He's the man known professionally as the Punisher, and today he's testifying in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Hayes testified that he met Combs and his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, through his work as an escort. He also testified they hired him 8 to 12 times and described an encounter with the two in Trump Tower back in 2012. Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer joins me now. So, Brian, Hayes' testimony was pretty graphic at times. Do you think that it helped or hurt the prosecution's case?
Graphic at times, and also oddly got a few chuckles as well. Currently, Hayes is being cross-examined by Xavier Donaldson, and so we're going to see where this testimony lands. But focusing on the direct examination, I would analogize it to just more sand on the beach, per se, right? In the sense of, did it add greatly towards the government's argument as to what these freak-offs were, who it entailed, how they were organized? No, it's really more of the same, but I think for the government, it's strengthening their case. As I said earlier, there's a cross-examination going on right now. We started off by talking about this book. I think it's called The Search for Freezer Meat, a book that Hayes wrote about his ED. And so, from my understanding, about 9 or so of the 182 pages talk about Cassie and Sean Combs. I think the defense will try to explore those pages, and see if anything could come up that might discredit his testimony. But other than that, I think it's just general testimony.
So Cassie Ventura's mother also took the stand today, right? Testifying about this email from Cassie that she says made her physically sick. What happened?
So not only did that email reference something that made her mother physically sick, I think the focus on the direct examination was that she claimed she was extorted to the tune of $20,000. $20,000 that she and her husband, Cassie's father, had to take a home equity loan out to pay for. But shortly after doing the wire transfer that she was directed to do, that $20,000 was returned. Now, the defense didn't cross-examine Cassie's mother. I think a very smart move here. There's not much you're going to gain in the optics of cross-examining the mother of a woman that you are agreeing was a victim of domestic violence. I don't think plays well in front of a jury. But there were some facts that were missing from the direct examination that I think the defense can use. It seemed unclear as to whether or not Sean Combs was directly involved with this alleged extortion of Cassie's family. But I think at the very least, the implication that the government was looking to put in front of the jury was there.
So Combs' former assistant also testified about this alleged confrontation involving rival rap mogul Suge Knight, in which Combs was apparently armed. Why do you think, well, what is the impact of this testimony, and why do you think this was brought into court?
So I think the idea and the impact of this is that Sean Combs is part of a criminal enterprise. And the allegations that Sean Combs is facing isn't just about the freak-off. I think the government is trying to expand that beyond just the setup, the execution of the freak-offs, the taking it down and then trying to silence people. They're also trying to show that Sean Combs was involved in violence that scared Cassie, because she testified about this incident earlier. The assistant who was allegedly a part of this incident in one way, shape, or form gave us greater details. And I think they'll be able to show that Sean Combs was dangerous, or that Cassie had every reasonable belief to believe he was dangerous. And I think that could feed into, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you go? Why did you still participate in these freak-offs? But I think for people who have followed Sean Combs and the rap beef that has gone from the East Coast and West Coast rappers when it comes to Tupac Shakur, the Notorious B.I.G., Death Row Records, and Suge Knight, I think this falls in line with a lot of the rumors and innuendos that have followed Sean Combs, and he has denied throughout his career. And I think people are getting a bigger and wider picture of this criminal enterprise the government is attempting to accuse Sean Combs of.
Brian Buckmeyer, outside court for us, and also following everything on the inside. Appreciate you, Brian. Make sure you catch our daily show on the trial, Burden of Proof, the case against Diddy. It airs nightly at 5:30 Eastern right here on ABC News Live. Also, you can check out Brian's podcast, Bad Rap, the case against Diddy, for daily updates there.